vaccines. Yale Associate Professor of Medicine, Dr. Perry Wilson, good morning. So what do you know that Moderna is planning for its booster? I mean, how would it compare to Pfizer's plan?
Pretty similar, and no surprise that we've got, the booster train has left the station here and everyone's getting on board. What Moderna has said is that their study looking at a third dose does increase antibody levels, which is one marker of immunity, similar to what Pfizer has shown. One difference, though, the Moderna booster in this case would be half the dose of the typical Moderna shot, so a sort of a lower dose shot just to recharge immunity. We'll see if FDA finds that data compelling. They're reviewing this data, it looks like, in mid-September.
Okay. Now, speaking of timing, Dr. Fauci said that we can expect the vaccine research on children under the age of 12 soon. If you're in the FDA, what are the key items that you want to look for?
Well, the really big thing is safety. That's the question. Kids' risk from COVID is lower than the risk in adults. It's not zero, but it is lower than the risk in adults, which means the safety level has to be incredibly high to justify giving kids the vaccine. So that's number one. Number two, of course, is the effectiveness of the vaccine, though in kids, this is going to be measured more using immune response to the vaccine, things like antibody levels, as opposed to hospitalizations or deaths, because fortunately, hospitalizations and deaths remain rare in children, even in the face of the Delta variant. But FDA, number 1, 2, and 3, safety, and then after that, the immune response.
Yeah. So the positive cases in children, it jumped up drastically last week after falling all summer. Is that because of school?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly seems that way. Cases are rising across all age groups. They continue to rise despite some signs that maybe we're nearing another peak. But the proportion of cases that are children, individuals under age 18, are rising within that rising total caseload. So that it's not just, this particular wave. It does seem that kids are an increasing proportion of the wave. And, the smart money here is that schools are open. Kids under 12 can't be vaccinated, so those cohorts of kids are, highly susceptible to the coronavirus, which we know the Delta variant spreads incredibly efficiently among unvaccinated individuals.
Dr. Perry Wilson, thank you for being up early today.